Hello, everyone, and welcome to the literary analysis of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Part 5. Thank you so much for watching. In the last episode, oh my gosh, excuse me, I'm so tired. At 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, in the last part, we took on and defeated the first Axon, the Mask Keeper, which was creepy and I hated it. And we did a lot of camp conversations, so a lot of getting to know the rest of our expeditioners as we continue on this quest. Today, though, it is time to defeat the second and final Axon, Sirene, and to begin our trek to the monolith. So that is what we are going to do. All right, SGA, take us there.
Time for a
Swim. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Parm. I keep forgetting that's off because Mix It Up is off. I promise. Once we finish, I'll turn Mix It Up back on.
The architecture looks very different here.
I think you had 3 from the last one.
Before the fracture.
It's beautiful. Feels surreal.
Up to 4 now.
Is she the Axon?
Sirene, she who plays with wonder.
High tune.
It's so...
I hate what it does with their eyes. Oh.
What's going on?
I don't know.
She's manipulating your emotions. You have to focus. Remember why you're here.
Thank God for that bell.
Be careful. They call her she who plays with wonder. But what she really does is play with your head.
Let's move fast before we all lose our minds.
You got it. She who plays with wonder. Alright, let's switch over to Lune for Floaty McFloaterson abilities. This game is so tight. Absolute cinema. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know and I'll send you the YouTube video. It's really funny. This game. Do you want to see how tight this game is? Oui.
Don't look at her for too long or you'll go insane. I've seen people jumping off a cliff just from looking at her.
I get that a lot too, actually.
Mesmerizing.
My students often tell me they go insane from looking at me too long.
Dance feels
I think Erica
familiar.
did. Not that she was my
kind
student.
of
but-
dancing to it in Lumiere.
I don't think so. Never seen it.
Hey, chill. Ooh, journal entry.
Gilles, 55th. I don't understand. The weaponry worked brilliantly up to now. Augmenting Pictos with music was a stroke of genius. But the sonics have no effect on the Nephrons here. It's as if they can't even hear our music. They just keep dancing to their own. We're running out of ideas. I miss my girls so much it kills me. It hurts thinking that I could have been home right now playing music while they dance. Rochelle would have given birth by now. I could be holding my first grandchild. Instead, I'm here. No. No. There's still a chance, and someone has to fight for them. I can't let them down. Drums, maybe that will work. They can't hear our music, but perhaps they will feel it.
Ugh. Just hearing the trial and error that they go through is so... I'm so frustrated for them. There we go. I'm just silly. It's easy to get lost. This little game is easy to get lost. No, I totally get it, my friend. I'm not interested in you.
Wow.
My little pedonk friend. You can keep being a pain in the butt if you want to. I don't care. Oh, I've lost the ability to do that because New Game Plus. Ah, it's annoying. Where I came from. It's also much harder to avoid enemies here.
Hurts. Not looking good.
That was silly.
Maximum damage.
I think I took a wrong turn. Excuse me. Well, I guess we fighting again. Okay. I don't want to fight. I am not interested. You guys suck. Oof.
This place is huge.
Thank Expedition 67 for destroying a lot of the walls to get further. Couldn't progress without that.
Feels like home.
Wonder how many of my students are just gonna lose their collective minds every time Expedition 67 gets mentioned. Let's get the treat first.
Useful.
As I get older, I wonder, can you ever truly know someone else? Then again, how many truly know themselves? A lucky few, perhaps? Is it a blessing to understand your darkest nature, or a curse to which we turn a blind eye? We lie to ourselves all the time, don't we? About things we'd rather not admit or confront. About ourselves. About each other. Then there are things we genuinely don't see. Isn't that human nature? I wonder. I have nothing but time these days to wonder. What I missed that might have changed things. What is it that I didn't see? That I couldn't make myself see? It sounds like you have many regrets. When did she start pulling away? The man has gone silent. I actually want to write. Please hold. I suppose a few of them may. I, for some reason, thought that was only younger kids that did. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Parm. We're going to find out. The children confuse me. Oh, I didn't. I forgot there was a door here. Hello, I'm home. Les toilettes. There must have been something in here that I only got in the previous game. Or in the previous instance. So let's go ahead and... Just trying to remember where it's over here. Is it this one? Oh, nope, not that one. think it's this one. Yep, this is the one.
Nice.
Monoko! I follow him on Instagram now. Erica, hello. How are you, friend? It isn't much worse than what's up? Ah, that is so fair. The sound alerts are off, Erica, because this is a a stream for the students. And then the last time you came in and that sound alert went off, I was like, whoa! I had to edit it out of the VOD. Good to see you, though, friend. Welcome in. How the hell are you? We were just talking about 67. After trivia with my neighbor. Nice. How did you do? Did you perform excellently? Hey, progress, not perfection, as they say. I love, like, bar night trivia events. They're so fun. Hey, that's not bad, Erica. That ain't bad. What were the questions, if you remember? I'm very curious. I used to go to trivia with a group of friends at work, and one of my former coworkers, I'm still friends with him, is the smartest fucking man ever. And so we always finished in like the top 3 in trivia games thanks to him.
So he creates all of that for her.
We should take it out. It would definitely be an advantage against Iran.
All right. Yeah, no pressure. I'm totally just curious. Yes, we're gonna attack the Nevron. Bye. 4 million damage.
Good job. No other expedition managed that.
We did it so
No
quick.
other expedition had a Lumina converter.
Yet this victory feels hollow.
You get a ticket for Holiday Carol trivia. I Holiday Carol trivia. I love that. Yeah, we kind of glossed over that, but we essentially just attacked a Nevron that was not hostile towards us at all. We attacked and killed a Nevron that was not interested in us, for the sake of making the battle against the actual Axon easier. So I'm kind of with Lune on that one. That this victory does feel hollow. This one, though, fuck this thing. I am excited to absolutely mercilessly murder this thing, because fuck that noise. I hate you. You suck in ways that I cannot even describe with words. They were just making some pretty clothes. Yeah.
And grace.
Current standing. Oh, I would have had no idea. What 1983 movie features a family in Colorado during winter? Wow, these are very specific questions. Was built under the direction of which... Okay, yeah, these are hard. Which Norse god is believed to have influenced Santa Claus? That one I am very interested to know the answer to. Which country is segmented into 16 federal states? Is that Mexico? Which NBA team won back-to-back championships in the 21st century? Was that the Heat? The first time in the 2010s. Oh, it was Odin, really? Thanks, Age of Mythology. 16 federal states is Germany. Interesting. Oh, the Lakers won twice? I definitely thought it was Miami. I have learned something today. Bonjour. Interesting that Odin is an inspiration for Santa Claus. At the 20, oh my God. 12. That's my guess, 12. 9. 9! Nine, Fraulein. The first question was so... I mean, honestly, Erica, the fact that you got 12th place out of 30 teams for that, I am very impressed. I would not have known. I would have had educated guesses for some of those, but some of them I just straight have no clue.
Expedition 67. We're out of explosives, but we've made enough holes in this place to reach that giant woman in the center. But something weird's going on. Everyone's been swept up in strange emotions. It both feels like us, but also not like us. Marguerite reckons we're feeling the overflow from that giant woman's feelings. Empathic distress, I think she called it. Like her mind is flooding the area with her thoughts and feelings. Maybe we'll just stay here and enjoy the melody.
Wasn't Princess Diana a teacher? And Mickey and Minnie Mouse's actual name, isn't Mickey's name Michael? Oh, she was a nanny. I thought she was a teacher. Close, I guess. An NHL goalie from 2019. Holy shit. Mortimer and Minerva? I hate it here. How does Mortimer turn into Mickey? Minerva, I get how that becomes Minnie, but how the hell does Mortimer become Mickey? Excuse me. Oh no! 999. That is violent. I think you might be thinking of Oswald, Parm.
She's waiting at the end of this tunnel.
Then we should prepare before we head there.
We're prepared.
She's even grander than I thought.
Yune, you're okay, right?
I swear I've seen this dance before.
All right, let's get sad. Thanks, Barb. me too. I'm curious. I'm curious what some of y'all suspect the reason is that Sirene would show the expeditioners what she did. So Lune saw her parents. Mael saw Gustav. CL saw her husband, and as of yet not revealed, but what appears to be her child. Minoko saw Noko. And Verso, I think it's safe to imply, saw nothing, because we see Seren look down at him kind of like, what the hell? And he just looks up at her like, what are you gonna do about it? It almost seems to me like a way of torturing them. Like, emotional manipulation might be the better term. Torture is probably not a good term. Emotional manipulation. Like, here's what you don't have. Because it clearly fucks with them enough that, like, when she wipes the slate clean, you know, to fight them, it's meant to be this display of, I control the thing that you can't have. That's my interpretation of it. Lost versus the lost. I love that, Erica. That's a really interesting, awesome interpretation. The lost versus the lost. And I think it may be meant to amplify the sense of hopelessness that they are experiencing. But then, you know, I think it's very telling at this point in the story that Verso does not see anything. He did seem impacted when we first got here, when Seren was messing with everyone's heads, but he did not seem particularly impacted when she showed everyone these images of people that they have loved and lost, which is very curious. Okay, let's one-shot you. I love it here. I wondered for a while about this particular scene. Because with the two Axons, we see that two different expeditioners seem to have an advantage against them. We saw, you know, how CL had an advantage against the Mask Keeper. But I wondered for a bit why Lune was able to resist Siren. And I think it's because, I mean, I recall her saying in one of the camp conversations that she uses the memories of the people she lost as like her chief motivator. It is the fuel that keeps her going and keeps her adhering to protocol. Lune is the logical academic of our group, of our expedition, as I've said before. And Siren operates on manipulating the emotions of her foes. She used that against them at the beginning of this fight. But we know Lune doesn't operate on... Lune isn't an emotionally charged person. She operates on logic. And so my interpretation of that sequence, why she's able to resist, is because of the fact she's able to use logic as her primary weapon versus the rest of the expedition. That's why they were all like clutching their heads or whatever, like, you know, at the last moment of that battle, but Lune was able to resist. She saw through all the BS, for lack of a better term, which allowed her to get close enough to the Axon to defeat her. And so I do love these small moments where we see, because Lune and CL are kind of more of our background expeditioners, kind of supporting, you know, what looks like more of a story between Mael and Verso. I love that we get to see these moments of empowerment for Lune and CL, and, you know, seeing that they are instrumental in our ability to defeat the Axons. We don't get to the Paintress without defeating the Axons. And because CL was able to resist the manipulation of the Mask Keeper, and because Lune was able to resist the manipulation of Siren, we see that we have, you know, accomplished a massive part of our goal. I would also, Erica, if you want to put the question in the Discord chat, I'm so curious about what you want to ask. I am champing at the bit. All good friends, sleep tasty. Thank you for hanging with us, though. I appreciate you. Sleep tasty.
Is it you again? Why?
Well,
What did you see this time?
I don't know. Oh, a woman. It was... Why do I keep seeing things? Who are you?
Barrier breaker acquired. You can now face the Paintress at the monolith. But before we do that, we're going to talk to everyone again. I haven't put on any music here. Really? I only have 3? You even took my records away? This game is baloney.
You seem preoccupied.
It's nothing. Just nerves. It's been a long road to get here.
Extra long for you, I imagine.
You, on the other hand, seem quite relaxed.
Do I?
You're not nervous?
Of course I am. But we will do everything in our power. And either it will be enough, or it won't.
I really want Ciel's nonchalantness. I really need that in my life.
You used to be a farmer. Is that why you use a scythe?
I guess, yeah. Once a farmer, always a farmer.
Is a double-headed scythe very useful on a farm, though?
Double the efficiency. You should see how quickly I can harvest crops.
I'll bet. I used to love the gardens of Lumiere. It must look quite different now.
Probably a lot more variety than back then. The Outdome teams brought back loads of new plants from the surrounding islands. That's actually how I met Pierre. I asked his team for honey petal samples. He brought me a bouquet of them, and 15 boxes of plant cuttings.
Smart man. If you want to romance a farmer, live plants are probably better than dead flowers.
Dead flowers are nice too.
You don't talk about your husband much. Sorry.
I respect that Verso kind of understood that he overstepped a bit.
It's okay. It's just... it still hurts that he's gone. Neither of us were perfect, but we were perfect for each other.
What happened to him? You don't have to talk about it.
He died in an accident on one of the islands near Lumiere. His body washed away.
I'm... sorry.
I was prepared for his gommage, but not for him to die in an accident. We were supposed to have 5 more years together.
That is such an interesting reframing of grief. Because again, we've talked about this before. The people of Lumiere treat death and loss as routine and ritual. It's expected. The expiration date is known. Anything that moves outside of that norm is a divergence that they don't know how to recover from. When you spend so much time preparing for your highest likelihood of your demise, it is more than a wrench in the plans when it doesn't happen as you expect. The fact that there was a known expiration date and Ciel sees it as these are the known years that we lost versus grieving an unknown that they would never have. That is a very particular and intense kind of grief. Because when you and I grieve, you know, we grieve for the person that is not there anymore. We grieve for the lack of their physical presence. They're not here anymore. But we also grieve for, as has been said in this game. We grieve for the moments we'll never get to have, the memories unmade, the things we'll never get to experience together that we had expected that we would because we had time. We had known factual time to be together. So Ciel's grief and by extension Mael's is going to be much more intense because something broke away from the known ritual. The death that we can prepare for, that we can control, that we can, even though we can't change, we can manipulate in some way and control how we react to it. So this is fundamentally altered Ciel's brain chemistry. So it makes sense why this is so much more of a profound grief than if he had gommaged. Nah, I am playing it smart now, and I turned it off. I turned off all of the alert sounds for this series, but also hello, Wilds, welcome in.
It's okay. I've learned to be grateful for the time we did have, instead of angry at the time we lost.
That's a good way to look at it. You were lucky to have found each other. Not everyone
And that
has
still shows a very strong resilience on Ciel's part to be able to withstand that level of grief.
Yeah, I am. Very lucky.
Well, I can't compete with that.
You're competing in a different event.
That's a nice way to say fling. Is there a future where I might compete in the same event?
Let's just focus on today.
I am assuming direct control.
And by today, I mean tonight.
Hey.
I feel used, but I like it.
Ciel and Verso's bond grows even deeper. That was a diabolical way to phrase that. Ciel and Verso find a nice spot away from the group. They spend an unusually long time together. They return to camp. Lune is upset that Verso skipped sentry duty. Ciel is unable to save Verso from Lune's displeasure. Okay, I don't think you have anything else for me.
It's been a long road.
Extra long.
You, on the other hand, you're not nervous?
Of course we will do, and either...
Okay, that's all for you.
I can't believe we're this close.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ciel was right about you.
Oh. Actually, I should thank you. I wouldn't have got this far on my own.
Tomorrow comes.
It sure does. JS. Verso approaches Lune, who is working on the Expedition 33 journal.
Working on the 33's journal. You planning to die anytime soon?
Well, you never know what tomorrow brings. Not to you, but to us.
Do you always take such copious notes?
Since I was 4.
Really? 4?
That's what happens when you have obsessive researchers for parents.
Still, 4 is young.
Not anymore. Not when you only live to 32. Everyone in Lumiere starts their apprenticeship at 6, and I was apprenticed to my parents, so they started me early.
Working with your parents. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
They needed a research assistant who never went home. The obvious solution? Birth your own. Look at you, getting me to talk about myself.
See? That's how you ask questions. My parents were both artists. Widely respected, very prominent artists. So, there was a great deal of pressure to follow in their path.
You're an artist, then?
Not the kind they wanted me to be.
Meaning?
Music is my passion.
Huh. Mine too.
What do you play?
Guitar. You?
Piano, mostly. But a little guitar as well. You know how to summon an instrument from Pictos, right? Of course you do. Maybe we could play together sometime.
Maybe we can.
Verso and Lune have found a common passion. I do love that about Lune, that she has a passion for music. And it is interesting to see the way that this is something that can bring Verso and Lune together, that there really is a connection between people with what your parents wanted and expected of you versus what you wanted for yourself. I can't imagine that level of the burden of expectation from parents, and then to be like, but I want to do this thing that actually brings me joy. Took forever to answer the question of how she had a guitar in the one early scene. Yeah, you can summon them from Pictos. Yeah, they probably could have answered that sooner. Luna's intrigued by this facet of Verso, and Verso is excited to play music with a fellow music lover. They spend some time discussing their favorite songs and how they learned music. The discussion is passionate and lasts for several hours. Neither notices the time passing. Aww.
I can't believe...
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, that's all for you. What about
Still
you,
thinking
Mael?
about what you saw.
I wish Gustav was here.
Me too. Also, Parm, I'm just curious. For you, was music a passion that you pursued yourself, or was it something your parents wanted you to pursue? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to. I'm just curious because you are such a gifted musician. Do you want to spend time with Mael? I sure do. Verso notices Mael looking sad and approaches her carefully. Lies. Always approach a sad girl carefully.
You okay?
Yeah,
What's wrong?
nothing. Just thinking about Gustav. And Lucien. And everyone.
Grief is not linear.
Every time I think I've managed to contain it, a wave comes out of nowhere and drags me away.
I know.
That is grief, girly pop.
How do you do it? After all these years?
They say time heals all wounds.
Does it?
No.
But I guess death heals all wounds too. Bad joke. Sorry. Death is not necessarily final.
What does that mean?
Gustav lives on in other ways, right? Through your memories, through his influence on your life and everyone else's, through the Lumina converter and his research.
Yeah, that's true, but that's not very comforting when I'm missing him.
But Mael is right. But Verso is bringing up something that's very interesting and I think is such a prominent part of this game, that even though Gustav is not physically with us anymore, which I know for a lot of players tends to be a shock when you're first playing the game, his influence remains a paramount part of the experience. We never forget Gustav in anything that we do or say or experience. And I think that that's a beautiful way to depict grief in this game by making it mechanically relevant to us. The Pictos and everything we do and how we advance our skills is because of Gustav's work. So he remains an indelible part of our experience playing the game, even though he's not physically here anymore. Which is such a great way to remind you as the player and as a person that even though the physical loss of the person is an awful thing, and this doesn't fix that, they are still present. They are still very much a part of your lived experience. I wanted to play violin and my mom didn't believe me. Which, yeah, kids' interests change, but I really wanted to play it. Favorite movies were Fantasia and The Nutcracker, which is just music and pictures on screen with a little talk. Yeah, so music was there. My dad played clarinet and piano back in high school, and my sister sang in choir. Only one in my family who still does music regularly. I love that, though, Parm. Oh, that's so cool. I'm glad that you pursued that interest. I really am glad.
Try talking to him. I'm serious. It helps. Well, at least it helps me. I imagine what they would say. How they would react to things. It helps me keep them alive in my mind.
I'll try that.
Maya was skeptical about Verso's advice. She's not in the mood to talk, but also does not wish to be alone. Verso understands. He sits with her in silence. Sometimes that is all you need. I know sometimes in my weaker moments, I've just really appreciated having someone to just take up space with me. They then head back to the others. Like, I don't always need a solution. I just need you. I just need you to be there. Okay.
You're finally here.
We are.
You ready?
Yeah.
JS. You're 5, and now 30 years
Like
later.
what? Let's play cards or throw some dice.
I love that for you, Parm. I really do.
Nuh-uh. You always cheat.
No, I always win. Only the weak cry foul when their skills fail them.
The other Jestrels never want to play with you either. Are they all weak?
Poor losers. Fine. How about a duel? We haven't had a proper duel in ages. Yes, a duel will be even more fun. Get our blood flowing.
All right. Get ready to lose. Cut him down.
I love that you do too, Parm. Can you please get your gay orchestra to play the entire Clair Obscur soundtrack, including Minoka's theme? Would love that, please and thank you. Damn, Minoko, you're strong. Good damage.
Just try it.
When you're close to breaking him.
Not impressed.
Break him.
Let's carve a path.
Yeah, we'll come on.
Your end is nigh.
Oh, it's March. Let's go.
Ready to strike.
To join the video game orchestra and have them play it. There's a video game orchestra? Who will do violin duets with me of some video game duets for our salon at some point, so I'll be looking for... Oh, yes, please! Please! Alright, let's just hit you.
Cut him down. Let's carve a path.
Damn.
Cut him down.
Axe is just nuts.
Ha! You, sir, have been defeated.
You got lucky.
What was it you said? Only the weak cry foul when their skills fail them.
You're right. Or I guess I'm right, since I said that. You have grown more formidable than I remembered. Your skills are strong. I respect your win.
And I respect your loss. You were right, old friend. That was fun. Come on, let's go get a drink. I'm parched.
Minoko and Verso are thrilled to have fought each other once more. It's their own special way of displaying affection for each other. That's so funny. This duel reminded Minoko of some skills he had forgotten. Let's go. Sanctuary! They share a few drinks, which Minoko can't drink because of his mask, and then head back to the others. Alright, do you have any more for me?
You're finally here.
We are.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Did you know sorry was my first rock?
Really?
Francois was super jealous, but he got one from Clair instead.
Wait. Francois has his own set of rocks. Why does he keep stealing yours then?
Because we're buddies. Francois is so fun.
Alright, that's all I have. Okay. Alright. We're getting ready. Maëlle finds a spot where she can write. She spends some time writing in Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She writes about how they can now enter the monolith and how they should finally understand everything. She hopes Gustav's apprentices will read this journal someday. Maëlle heads back. Alright, let's go sleep. Let's go to the monolith.
We've done it.
We're really going to face the Paintress.
And finally break this cycle.
That being said, someone here has been hiding a terrible secret from us.
What are you talking about?
You thought we'd never find out, didn't you? Nobody ever wondered what Esquier was made of, did they? Well, Esquier and I had a chat.
I'm sorry, Verse. She promised me sweet
What?
rocks.
Is that wine?
I stored my personal stash inside him. All excellent vintages. I don't normally share, but I suppose tonight deserves an exception.
Mon ami.
This is never not funny.
I told you to stop drinking alone.
It's
Your
never
great
not funny.
generosity.
I don't know how you can like this.
It comes with age.
Have optional wine.
You have apple juice.
Or grape juice.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
The fact also that, like, in France, I'm pretty sure the drinking age is like 16 or 18, and they still won't have Maëlle drink, is so funny to me. This girl almost died 600 times. I think she can have a glass of wine. Parm, what if you made like an Esquier wine koozie? Wine bottle Esquier holder? I'm sorry? Yeah, hi Mango. Hello. Welcome in. Good to see you. I need this knowledge immediately. Especially because I couldn't convince myself to buy the Esquier plushie on IGN because it's too expensive. You have to pop open the head to pour. I need it. 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 Give it to me. I'm gonna make you. All right, let's be sad.
Sister doesn't need this ugly mask.
embrace her. Yet you're condemning her to die.
You brought him here?
I'm not here to fight. But my son, do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness? Have you thought through the consequences? Not just for you, or even me, but for them. Their memories, their dreams, their love for each other. Who really is the one painting death, and who paints life instead? We exist, and we will exist, for as long as she wants. You want to spoil what we've been given. Sometimes, we paint the bars of our own prison. Your despair blinds you. You think you're ready to pay the price. But are you willing to let them pay the price for you?
May everything be decided before their very eyes. Between the bars of their prison. In the shadow of the monolith.
In the shadow of the monolith.
Ugh. Fuck, man. Renoir there said something very interesting. About the expeditioners' lives and their joy and their happiness, as opposed to Verso's grief and despair, which blinds him. It says sometimes we paint the bars of our own prison. I have an interpretation as to what that means, but it's a little bit spoilery, so I have to be careful. What I will say for it is that it reminds me a lot of a line of a quote that has like a similar sentiment, which is to forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you. Which is to say that a lot of the frustrations and grief and pain that we experience is often of our own making, or that we often amplify the feelings that we experience, whether intentionally or unintentionally. That's not to say whatever Verso is feeling isn't valid, but perhaps because of his grief and his pain, he boxes himself into what he feels is the only decision that he can make. Would be my theory on that. That's why it would be an insert and you could have the skin to go over the pillow to hug. Okay, yeah, see, that makes a lot of sense because it's like, you know, how would you wash it otherwise? Like, if it's complicated, obviously you wouldn't want to go through the trouble. Like the Furby skins.
You drank too much last night.
I can't remember a thing.
You clean me out, mes amis.
You bunch of drunks.
Let
All right.
us get wet.
Let us get wet. All right. Let's go to the monolith, baby. The moment is nigh.
Finally reached the Paintress.
Let's make sure we're well prepared beforehand. We still have a little bit of time.
No, we don't.
Mael. You should do the honors.
Got it. Appreciate you, Mango. Have a good night, friendo. And I appreciate that lurk. Get some good rest. Alright, let's get that journal. Sleep tasty.
Avril, 40th Expedition. Gigi and Edmund were leading. They were on a clean glide to the monolith when they flew into some sort of barrier and just gommaged away. Our gliders are useless without a way past the barrier. Bernard's going to explore on foot, see if there's an entrance. But in the meantime, we might as well make ourselves at home. I guess I'll try my hand at fishing. Assuming those sea Nevrons left any fish for us to eat. Rest in peace, Gigi and Edmund.
What you got? I think I already have this. Yeah, I just bought 2 of them. Oh well. Alright.
We can do this. For Gustav.
For all of them.
All right, and away we go. Notice how our path to the Paintress at this point is so quiet. There's not much build-up intensity for what is supposed to be our, ultimate final boss moment. It's very quiet. The music is very pensive, delicate almost. This is not what you would expect of a final boss fight. We are not supposed to go into this feeling empowered, like, fuck yeah, here we go. We're supposed to feel uneasy. We're supposed to not feel good about this. And I know I don't feel good about this. Look at her. This doesn't look like someone who wants to fight us. This doesn't look like somebody who's happy with the state of the world. And yet here we are, for reasons beyond our control. Even here, the music doesn't shift.
Finesse and grace.
Let's push forward. Let's push forward.
Maximum damage.
Let's push forward. Let's push forward.
Maximum damage.
Let's push forward.
Yeah, our speed's way too high. Just skip their turns.
No margin for error. No margin for error.
Cut him down.
Blades sharpened. The dance begins.
No margin for error.
Let's
I'll
carve a
just do
path.
one attack for each of them.
Cut him down.
Let's push forward. No margin for error. Ugh, our attacks do nothing.
I don't understand. The gradient attack should work. Wait, my L.
I don't think this is...
No. No.
Everybody okay?
Follow her. Quickly.
What?
This might be our only chance.
Yeah. Okay.
That was intense. All right, speedrun. Speedrunning the monolith.
We are inside the monolith?
Yeah, we are.
What was that thing? Why did it help us inside?
Are you all right, Mael?
Up there. She's... the Paintress. She's up there.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but I can sense the real Paintress. Her heart is above us somewhere.
I guess we head up then.
Okie dokie. So that strange, faceless lady is the real Paintress. Look at this, though. Swimming in ink.
Verso, what was that?
I don't know.
Fire. Again.
Pardon me. This area is so pretty, though.
Again. Teaching her children to paint, huh?
Look at that back and forth pacing. It doesn't give off the energy of a mom who's proud of her kids. That gives off the energy of a drill sergeant who's observing and making sure that they're doing as they're told. Howdy, mate. Well, hello there. You're new. I haven't seen you a lot before. How'd you get here? Me, I've been stuck here for ages. You know how I got here? Quite a mystery, that. Tremors, ground starts floating, then bam, here I was, all by my lonesome. Would have been lonely, too. Nobody to talk to, except I'm quite an adept conversationalist. Yeah, I can talk enough for two. That and scavenging odds and ends has kept me quite busy. I'm a merchant after all, and what's a merchant with no wares? But not many customers around here, though. Very few. None, in fact. And what's a merchant with no customers? Just a walking bit of storage, eh? But now you're here. You'll want to take a look, yes? Sure. Alright, we'll fight you. We'll see what you got.
The dance begins. Firing. Dance.
Bye-bye! Ooh, more duels, please. Yes, indeed. Yes, you've definitely earned the right to shop my choicest goods. Ooh. That's a good one. Avenge my brothers for me, yeah? Okie dokie. Hello, I do not wish to fight. Meow, 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 meow.
What have we here?
Great.
Ugh. Trauma response.
An advantage.
Ear itches. Alright, ears both. There we go.
Nice.
Nice.
Who is she fighting?
Her husband?
It didn't look like a fight, though. Ooh, this thing sounds so gross.
Great.
Pretty sure I know this down.
Great.
You'll can probably notice by now that all these places that we're going to are look like very busted up versions of places we've already been. So this is some sort of distorted version of the Forgotten Battlefield, and oh no! That's just violent. That's just mean. That was just designed to break my heart.
His little grin. So proud of his latest creation. But at least those memories remain. What hurts more are the memories unmade. The conversations we'll never have. The time we'll never spend. I want rage to consume me. Anything to fill the hollow. But rage won't come. And I just float in an endless nothingness. The person I cannot be around is Alicia. Her pain is a broken mirror. The shards reflecting back tenfold, and every moment with her the cuts deepen and I feel myself unraveling. I know what he'll say. But this is the first time I've felt any surcease. For a few moments a day, my heart beats again.
Don't want to say much, can't say much due to spoilers, but that is grief. And it's so well articulated. There's almost something better about feeling emotions like rage instead of feeling nothing at all. Numbness is the worst kind of pain. R.I.P. Gustav. My boy. Alright, and soldier.
inside her mind. These are memories.
How do you know that?
The chroma here. I can read it. Time to hit big. Firing. Stop!
Skadoosh. Welcome to my train station. Where do you want to go? Your train station? Yes, and Maman just bought me a new train. Your Maman bought you an entire train? Yes, she knows how much I love them. The boy turns back to admire his train. Where can you take us? From here, your next destination is Lumiere, my hometown. Take us there. Okay, I'm going to be silent for a second. I want you to listen to this music. Dr. Mick said something really interesting on his playthrough when he reached this, distorted version of old Lumiere, which is that the piano sounds as almost as though it's being played by someone who is afraid, someone who is like anxious. Their hands are very tentative on the keyboard. It gradually becomes a little more confident, but not quite. There's this very strong air of unease here. So the whole time you're meant to move through old Lumiere, you're supposed to experience this sense of unease and discomfort in a way that you weren't experiencing in the other areas.
Interesting.
There is something irreparably broken about this place. And I don't think it's an accident. There's a scene of us watching that mother with her son and his piano.
I don't understand.
Verso? You okay?
Yeah, fine. Let's keep moving. We're almost at the top.
Are we though? Are we though? Yes, we are. I'm being...
Perfect.
Excusez-moi.
Good stuff.
I have to hustle through these guys. Bonjour.
Charlotte, 70. We finally installed the last set of grapple points, with only days to spare. And for the first time, I feel real hope. This is our gift, for all the expeditions to come. I am incredibly proud of our team. The interior of the monolith is perhaps the harshest landscape we've encountered. Final set of grapple points were excruciatingly complex to place and required painstaking focus and skill. But we were bold. We were ambitious, and we refused to stop. There's no other group of people I'd rather be with, and it is an honor to die by their side. It is fitting that we greet our end together within the monolith that has loomed over us for so long. Though this Nevron has won the battle, the expeditions shall win the war. Tomorrow is here.
We have seen remnants of each expedition up to this point.
Perfect.
I guess we're gonna have to fight them. I'll should save my
Time to hit big.
19 million damage. Get fucked.
Not looking good. No margin for error.
We've seen remnants of each of the previous expeditions. Grapple points, journal entries, climbing, like bars. But this is the first journal entry we've found from one of the expeditions reflecting on their work. Expedition 70 was never meant to defeat the Paintress. They were just meant to make it easier for the next set of expeditioners. They were truly a suicide mission. And the level of honesty and vulnerability and reflection in that entry really gets to me. Because it is, with that journal entry there, you know, presumably it's been many years since someone has made it this far. Their sacrifice has essentially been forgotten. And we're here to remember that they were here, that they made this moment possible for us. This moment does not happen without them. This moment does not happen without all of the previous expeditions who have shown us evidence of the fact that they were here. It's just very humbling. And speaking of humbling, the music has stopped. And surely that can't mean anything bad, right?
Is that you?
TikTok.
We're taking her down.
She's not the only one who grieves. The pain of losing you, she made me inherit it. Punishment, perhaps, for not being there when it mattered. I refuse to lose my son.
That son was a stranger.
But you're not. You're not.
You lost me years ago, and I lost you.
So you leave us no choice. Tell me, how are you different from her in doing this?
I'm tired.
So trust me. We are your family.
Family is complicated.
If saving you means losing you, then so be it.
We only need to incapacitate him.
We'll find a way to kill him.
The cutscene, the reason I love this cutscene so much is, again, this is a moment where, without context, we are seeing a father and son have a very heartbreaking conversation, but as the player left incredibly frustrated because we don't understand the full scope behind this conversation. We know only what our objective is, and we have no idea how this conflict between Renoir and Verso plays into it. But we know that it's very deep-rooted, and Renoir, for all he has done to us, is deeply despaired and does not want to fight us. He is fighting us because he feels like he has to. And he is deeply pained by something that we don't understand. Replaying again and having the full context, this scene is heartbreaking. It is so fucking sad. So if you're watching this and you've played the game before, you understand how awful this moment is. It's awful whatever way you slice it, because we're watching a father and son at very much at odds with each other, enough so that they're willing to fight to the death over whatever this conflict is. We just don't understand why. We are still only motivated by what little knowledge we have. And again, we are getting these breadcrumbs of information, and we know enough to know Verso is still hiding something from us. And yet we see this conversation happening, and we see Maëlle, who just has this fire in her eyes. She doesn't give a fuck about what Renoir and Verso are at odds about. She doesn't care at all. You can see the way that she's just looking like with fire in her eyes at Renoir. She just wants to fuck this guy up. And like, I don't blame her. To be clear, I don't blame her. But that critical lack of context is very much can be the undoing of any hero. Because Maëlle is so one track. She's losing her bearings on her surroundings here. And it's honestly a surprise to me in this moment that Lune and Ciel remain quiet, that they let this exchange happen and they don't ask questions. Presumably because they are still aligned with Verso on the objective of we must kill the Paintress. But this is something that gives me pause. It didn't at first because I just had hate fire for Renoir for what he did to Gustave. But when you pause and you think about it, this is a man who clearly doesn't want to fight, who is clearly devastated by what he has to do and loves Verso. So what's going on here? What the hell is going on here? Okay. Let's see what... Okay, we can shoot him. Elemental trick just to get our full standings here.
Let's push forward.
Your sister deserves more.
Simba. Bye. I strongly encourage everyone to look up the translation of this song, because after you finish the game, because it'll break your fucking heart.
Let's carve a path.
Part of me like feels bad for the French people who played this, because they probably heard the song and were like, wait, what the fuck? Send off. Bye.
It's not her. It's your sister, your mother, me. We are your family. He would condemn us all to die. For what? Who do you really save with your sacrifice?
Your sister and your mother?
You're too drunk on your own illusions to understand.
Then let us celebrate the second destruction of the Descendre family! At long last, we meet. This is all you have left of your son. Destroying it won't bring your wife back. It will only destroy the last tie you have to each other.
Did it, Gustav?
Hey. How did you do that?
Not sure. The curator felt it.
Can you do it again?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can.
What did Renoir mean? The things he said to the curator.
I'm not sure.
Yes, you are.
She's through there.
Yeah.
I've never seen a more blatant lie.
Behind this door is the future of Lumiere. What every expedition has worked towards. I have trust in us.
A tragic end to a tragic character. And I think noting Verso's response there, he did grieve in a sense. He looked away in the moment that Renoir gamaged away. And I think it's also important to call out that that gamage was red petals. Red petals we've seen so many times throughout the game as people are erased. And the vibrant red, I think, is usually associated with death. But Verso's reaction, it didn't even appear he was relieved. It was, that his response almost seemed to, in some sense, to be regret. I don't think he wanted this any more than his father did. Oh, we have some upgrades. So let's go ahead and wrap up things with the Paintress.
Outside.
Shall we?
She's there. I can feel her.
We need to be as prepared as possible. Once we go up, there's no turning back.
There she is, chat. I'll try to be mindful with this fight, too. Don't want to end it too soon.
That's her. The Paintress.
She looks like the curator.
Renoir. He mentioned the curator's wife. She's the Paintress.
You've come back?
Alors tranchons la trame, découle la
But the fire. Are you really here? Or is he?
Je t'en prie, fuis ce tableau maudit, cette toile d'une fausse.
Oh, is he playing tricks again? Alicia,
Alicia.
your face.
My face. What about my face? Are you going to burn it again?
Alicia's your daughter.
And I'll remind you of her. The daughter you lost.
Come along. Let's go home.
Yes. You need to go home.
Look at that. The body language in this scene is just...
Another trick. She's not Alicia. You are not my Verso.
No. Verso's dead.
No. You are his creations, not mine. You will not take this canvas from me.
This is what we created the expeditions for.
Tomorrow comes.
Time to hit big.
This is another instance where I don't feel good about going into this fight based on the conversation that we just had. The Paintress seems very unwell. She seems confused. She seems very upset. And she loves Verso. I hate this, fam.
Let's push forward.
Let's do elemental trick just so we have this set to go. Shouldn't, yeah, it shouldn't
A
do too
storm
much
is
damage.
coming. A storm is coming.
How cruel
Let's
of your
dance.
father to use you like this.
Please hide. Hurry.
Rest.
Blades sharp.
Are these all just gonna kill her right away? They might. Okay. Let's do that.
Threat.
Oh, I was late. Damn it. Oh, fine. She only got our shield. She said, "Don't you understand what you've done? You killed him."
Storm is coming.
What do you mean? What do you fucking mean?
Watch out, my elf.
Supposed to be. Matter.
Whoops.
Cut him down.
Oh, do I not have second chance on? Whoops. Sorry. Let's pick up.
I'm back.
Actually, let's get my outlet.
Romance flowing. Meet your reckoning.
Needs to be prepped.
I don't like this.
Let's go.
Whee! Woo!
Just try it.
Renoir can grieve however he likes, but I get to grieve my own way. Tell your father I don't need him to look out for me.
Finesse and grace.
All right.
Finesse and precision.
Face, did I dream the fire? Is Bertha still alive?
Time to end this.
Man. I taught him to paint, and he seeks to use my creations against me.
Whoops. Was late on that one. Oof. Okay. Get up, my elf.
Disaster.
How do I want to do this? Well, we have enough red stuff, so we'll just attack. All right, she's marked. Let's dispel soul status effects. Stop burning.
A storm.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Lune. No Genesis.
No margin for error. Elements converge.
Blades sharp.
Alright, we ain't playing around.
You can't escape.
Let's kiss this one goodbye.
Is it over?
I don't think so.
No, we're not done yet. Get ready. Let's carve a path.
Sorry, Lune. Get you up, girl.
Last-ditch effort.
Ugh. I'm sorry, but look at this. The music change, the fact that the Paintress on her turn chose to give one of our allies shields. She didn't attack. This is not meant to feel good. And I don't feel good. I hate this. I am questioning everything. What do we gain from this? From someone who's not fighting back.
I'll manage. Just try it.
And she just did it again.
Now's our chance.
I've actually never seen this one, so this is how we'll move it.
Doors of Chroma, open!
Oh, that was fucking dope. I'm sorry, that was sick. That was such a sick attack. Congratulations. We just beat the Paintress. I'ma just sit back and let this play out.
Rest now. Things will be better soon. Notice how these petals are gold.
The number. She's gone. She's gone.
It's done. You're free. You are all free.
Is this real?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Gustav's watching over us. Hey, come. Wanna plant it?
Though presumably, there'll be no one coming after, right?
It's symbolic.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
There is intention behind that scene. Look at how, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can't see my cursor. Ooh. Can I do photo? Oh, this is so helpful for, I wish I'd had this when I started. Look at the way this is set up. The fact that at the front here we have, oh, and I can't move out further. Okay, well, Lune, Mael, Ciel here at the front. Seemingly thrilled. Look at Verso's face. Does this look like a guy who's like thrilled and happy by what we've seemingly just done? Freeing the world from the grasp of the Paintress and the Gamage. Ignore his hand, that his hand looks weird. Just like, just eyes up, fam. He's looking at them with a sense of unease. I mean, in Monoko, we can't really tell at all, but the fact that they are both removed, they don't take in this moment the same way that Lune, Mael, and Ciel do. I wonder why. Again. Look at the way that Lune, Ciel, and Mael are all faced in one direction. Monoko and Verso in another. The expeditioners are facing forward. They're looking forward. They have things to look forward to. Why do we see Monoko and Verso looking the other way? There's a lot of there's meaning in everything. We may have different interpretations of this moment, but there is something to this, and there is, for me, a real sense of unease. Why did they look backwards? What do they know that we don't?
Still feel immortal?
No less than yesterday.
Shall we test it out?
I appreciate the offer.
Monoko, you've been extra quiet since we got to the monolith.
Have I?
What now? We go back to Lumiere and life goes on?
Yeah. Decades and decades in front of us. Guess this is how it feels to be immortal. What do we do now with all this time?
The expedition might be over, but we're not done yet. There are so many questions left to answer.
Lumière red.
Ooh, ooh. Uh-oh. Bad news alert.
Brother, I tire of the conflicts and deceptions that plague our family and theirs. So, I entrust you with this letter. Whether you give it to her is up to you. I'm at peace with what's to come. When the time comes, I hope you will be too. Maya, it's a strange feeling watching you with my brother, laughing and smiling, without the scars or the memories that afflict me. Alicia, as she was meant to be, not this painted version that I am. My family, a facsimile of yours, and this world, a mirror, painted by your mother. the Paintress, to stave off her grief. Seeing your expedition through would plunge us all into the abyss. For in ridding the world of the Paintress, you'd lose the sole force standing against the one who would erase us, the one who invokes the flowers of the Gomash. An act of love, for he does love her. Your father. On her monolith, she paints a warning for us all, of the few she can save as her power wanes. We all wish for our families to thrive. Your family, however, believes only one can survive. But perhaps you'll find another way. You who have lived amongst us, perhaps you differ from your father and your sister, as I differ from mine. Your mother paints life, whilst your father, death. What will you paint?
A glimpse in the past. Monolith year 49, it says. Or my head cuts it off. Sorry.
You're okay.
Alicia? Good, you're awake. Come downstairs.
Epilogue. Elysia. Okay. Oops. I'm going to start with key takeaways from that scene. And then I'm going to provide a summary of what we now know, because I think that there are a lot of major revelations that happen there, and it can be very confusing. I know I was very confused the first time that I watched this. So I will provide kind of a clarifying explanation for what just happened, what we just learned. And feel free to skip that if you want to, but if you are watching this, if you're in one of my classes and you're like, what the fuck just happened? Oh, don't worry, I got you. But first, some takeaways from that moment. Verso isolated himself from the other expeditioners almost as soon as the Paintress was dead. That level of isolation usually comes from a place of shame. Verso knew something we didn't. And this is not a surprise because it is what we have known to be true about Verso. He has not been wholly honest with us. He has lied by omission since day one. He shares only what he wants us to know and relies on our desire to want to kill the Paintress. Relies on our shared and our aligned interests to our desire to pursue a common goal. Verso knew what destroying the Paintress would mean. We know that because in the letter that he read from his sister, he clearly didn't look surprised by it and then dropped it into the water. He never had any intention of sharing it with Mael. Whatever was going to happen, we now know to be true, that he used our expedition to achieve something we all wanted, which was to destroy the Paintress, but he knew something about what the consequences of that would be that we did not. And so I think that isolation that he showed was shame and guilt. I don't think he wanted to do that. I think that Verso is a desperate man. And I think he did what he felt like he had to do to achieve his goal. And his goal was something he couldn't share with the rest of the team. We also saw what was very interesting, the way that Mael, Ciel, and Lune all reacted to their gommage. Ciel, as soon as she realized it, as soon as she realized she was gommaging, she was at peace. She didn't resist. She just looked up, closed her eyes, accepted her fate very peacefully. Lune showed what we always know to be true about her, a level of confusion, a level of her running around wasn't in panic. It was, what is going on? How can I try to solve this problem? She was desperately trying to solve the problem of her own gommage up until the very last moment. And Mael falling to her knees in defeat and despair, being the last one who was gommaged. And we also saw everybody gommaged in red petals, except for Mael, who gommaged in gold, the same petals that the Paintress gommaged in. There is something different about Mael, and something that aligns her with the Paintress. We also know that Verso didn't gamage. We didn't see him gamage. We saw his quiet acceptance. We saw him close his eyes and await what was coming. And this gray scale that came and wiped everyone out. This is something that's supposed to shock you as a player. We did what we were supposed to do. We did what the game objective has been for this entire story, which is kill the Paintress. But now we're getting an oops, I think I fucked up. Because I didn't have all the information available to me. And I think that there's a number of ways that you can kind of pin that. Part of that is the fault of the members of the team who didn't push Verso for answers, relied on the fact that they had a shared interest. And of course, Verso himself, who deliberately deceived the team, knowing what killing the Paintress would mean. Now we find ourselves here in this flashback into what is Monolith Year 49. We wake up as Alicia, who looks very much like Mael. So those are my takeaways from that scene, my analysis of that scene. Yeah. Basically, to summarize, Verso isolates himself, reads a letter that we saw his sister, Alicia, with the mask, give him before we went to the Monolith. And in the letter, she tells Verso, hey, I'm at peace with what's about to happen. Here's a letter from Mael. Or, like, the rest of this I want you to share with Mael. And what she says to Mael is that the world that we are in is a painted replica of a real world that the Paintress lived in. And that she created it to stave off her grief. That everyone who exists in the canvas was created by her as replicas of this real world. And the family we met, Verso, Renoir, and Alicia herself, the masked version of Alicia, are all painted copies of Mael's real family. Mael's mother is the Paintress. And she is the one that created the world and has actually been trying to protect and preserve the world. And that, in actuality, the one who is trying to erase everybody is her real father, Renoir. The person that we have been fighting with this whole time, named Renoir, was the painted copy of Renoir. It was not the real Renoir. The real Renoir is at odds with the Paintress. The Paintress created everyone in Lumiere and was trying to protect them from Renoir, who was the one invoking the Gamage. And that the number that she painted on her monolith was the people at the age limit that she was able to save as she continued to lose her power. We don't know why that is yet. We don't know why she was losing her power. We will hopefully get that knowledge soon. But what we know now for certain is that the Verso that we have been with, that we've been hanging out with, the masked Alicia that we saw and the Renoir that we fought were all painted copies of Mael's actual family. And that Mael is Alicia, the true Alicia. What does that mean? We're about to find out. We're getting a blast from the past to hopefully get some more answers. And I think that is a good spot to close it for the evening. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough. We will kick off Act 3 in Part 6 of this playthrough. So again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.